Hello, today I'm going to show you a coloring technique done with our sponge dauber sponges. I have actually used this technique to do skies and backgrounds in the past, and I know that I've been asked how do you do that, so I thought I would show it. This is the original one that I've ever done lately with it. Very gently sponging, and then this one is deeper sponging, and something I had also done in the past is this one, and you could see taking the sky from yellow, and that would be the Barely Banana, Blush Blossom, and Bashful Blue, and then some Bashful Blue down here in the snow scene. So I'm going to start with doing making the mask, actually, because one of the things that is so striking about the skyline is the stark white against that skyline. So what I'm going to do is to take the stamp itself and ink it. I am going to use the black StazOn, if I don't drop it, and a scrap piece of paper. In this case I have the grid paper. I cut it to 5.5. It doesn't matter what kind of impression I get on this one. I cut it to 5.5 so that it'll cover left to right my entire card front. I'm going to have to kind of guess this horizon line here because the lines don't go all the way to the end. And I'm going to go through the trees again, trying to follow that snowy line right off the side. I'm going to add a little bit of tape to the back of it. Just a tiny bit, not enough to tear the paper, okay, but enough to hold it to my cardstock. And I will again stamp this image from the Scenic Season set. It's a brand new holiday set in our brand new 2009-2010 catalog. I want to make sure that this is very, 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 very wet, because I want to get good, dark, crisp images. I'm pressing very hard. Yay. Just never know. I use the black StazOn because it's fast drying, and no matter what I do with the sponging, it will not smudge. So I'm going to take my mask and I'm going to place that over this horizon line. And line that up, press it down lightly. Okay, so now when I sponge the yellow of the sky, it will kind of go off into the horizon line. So okay, I'm going to start with, well, first of all, the ink squares, or the ink Stampin' Spots they're called, work really, really well for this type of thing. They also travel pretty nicely. I'm working with the Soft Subtles. As you can see, I'm just using the sponge dauber right onto that little ink square, okay, along this line. The next color, that's Barely Banana. The next color I'm going to use is my Blush Blossom, and I'm going to put that on a little bit lighter. The Blush Blossom has something of a pink or orange in it, and if you're familiar with a sunrise, before it goes blue, there is something of a pink, almost a blush in the air before it goes to blue. So I don't know if you can see, so I haven't been watching the camera. Now the key to this looking realistic is making sure that the blue of the sky doesn't actually ever touch the blush. So what I'm going to do is the opposite. I'm working from the outer edges in. Okay. I started with sponging, so the darkest is on the outside, and I'm going to bring myself closer without actually touching came dangerously close on that one. But without actually touching the blush to give it maybe a cloudy day look even. Okay. The last color I'm going to introduce into here is a little tiny bit of green, and that would be the Mellow Moss. So I've used 4 colors from the Stampin' Spots Soft Subtles group. Okay. Now there is just, you can't really see it, but there is just a suggestion of the green in the trees. Another nice thing is if I had any one of my white gel pens working, adding a little snow to the tree would also look nice. I don't have the greatest luck with those. Okay, I'm going to very gently pull up my horizon line, and there you see you've got your snowy scene. And actually I don't add any kind of color to the bottom of it, but what I do is I add glitter to it. The ultra fine glitter, Dazzling Diamonds, works nicely. But right now I am completely hooked on the chunky glitters. So I'm going to take my glue pen and run it along the natural lines of the horizon, and I'm going to very carefully, little tiny dots of glitter for the trees, almost like they have like Christmas balls or something on them. I'm going to take my glitter and put it on there, tap that off. As you can see, the trees and the horizon line glitter. It's a very, very simple card, very easy to do, with kind of maximum wow factor. So there's your technique for the day. Happy stamping!